was cool. At least some fun for the console players. Anyway, we are getting started here in the grand final of this Australian Duel Cup number 2, as Profanum and Ultra are gonna play each other, and we are on Profanum's point of view, who gets both the major items, landed a beautiful bolt there from below. I have no idea how he just landed it, and he's getting all these important weapons as well. All that bolt iron cannon from Ultra was really good there, defending that yellow armor.
And somehow Ultra hasn't died yet. He's currently got a little bit of armor left over, taking over the red armor spot. He's able to throw off one defensive bolt, and now it's going to be LG on LG, and it's actually Ultra taking that first frag. I mean, awesome rail or no awesome rail, Profanum getting shoved right back into the lava, down to 8 HP. It's going to be a bit of a fight over the Mega if Profanum tries to show up. Otherwise, he's going to be stuck up here until the next reds. So he's a little bit fresh out of options here. He's going to try to circumnavigate the map. Needs to get back over towards the YA room, but it's not going to happen. Ultra making this 2-on-1. Now, this was the map that Ultra was able to take away from Profanum just barely in the last series, and opening up with this one is potentially risky for Ultra, but so far so good from him, as he's going to be leaving this fight, leaving Profanum in the yellow armor just for a second though, long enough to come back in and steal away the YA, if not the 50 health, and take away that third frag. However, that leaves him kind of weak. Yeah,
that was kind of a messy fight. Ultra wants to just make sure he can stop Profanum on his tracks before he enters this side of the map, so Ultra can go for that red armor fairly clean, which is exactly what he was able to do, and now securing both those major items. He's hungry for another frag, just wants to wiggle down his opponent, but looks like he lost track of Profanum. Doesn't want to go chasing on the lower levels. That's far too dangerous sometimes. And there we go. Profanum actually doing quite good with those defensive bolts. He's still alive, barely.
But this is the play that worked so well for Ultra before, where Profanum's kind of forced to kind of take these peak shots and try to look for those opportunistic rails, which is so not what Profanum wants to be doing. He wants to be kind of warsawing around the map, and doing shit just like that, only not blowing up in the process. But right now we've got Ultra kind of weak down here in the main atrium. I mean, he's now railable. He's able to take away that Mega, but just barely. Holy crap.
Yeah, that bolt right after the Mega was super important for Profanum, and landing another one just got him his frag. He's just gonna need a bit more health. Single rocket could be his death here. He's just gonna be...
Look at that. Ultra just shoving his way past Profanum in order to get towards the yellow armor. He ends up getting railed out of the air, but he's still got plenty of armor left over.
Oh, 2 bolts
Not
there.
so much time before either the Mega or the red comes up, so it could be a fight over either, depending on which way Profanum wants to go. Ultra is wanting to be a little bit silent for it at the moment, but that might have just played his hand. He's going to be able to take away that red armor, but mainly for free. Ends up dodging out that last bolt, and it's going to be a major play over the yellow armor now. Here comes Ultra to try to make it happen.
Yeah, that was a very peaceful split with major items before the massive fight in the yellow armor. And once again, Profanum, he has to live on these green armors, and he has to get his health back to 100, but he's still gonna make a play here on this red, trying to push his opponent off the platform, but not gonna be able to do it, and he can't escape anymore. That's gonna be Ultra taking it 5-0 now here in the first 3 minutes of the game.
I mean, Profanum just has no chill. There are no brakes on him. If he had managed to slow down for just a second, he would have been able to whip on by and steal that red armor. As it remained, he just kind of embarrassingly went past, gave Ultra a free shot and a free red armor. So that still maintains a 5-frag lead there for Ultra.
Should have been able to land those rockets. Those were crucial, but once you cock those up, you're with a lesser stack, you're in a crappy position. Your opponent gets the item. And oh wow, this time actually Profanum surprising Ultra. 5 health left on Ultra, and there we go. Profanum getting himself on 1 point. And now things start to get interesting once again. That's some good ion cannon tracking there by Profanum.
The fact that Profanum was able to get the drop on Ultra is such a qualitative change there. Oh my god, just
2 axe hits,
getting that red armor.
200 damage for Ultra there. And because of those 2 hits, he was able to get that return frag so easily. And now getting this mega health and getting into yellow. And yes, I do understand Profanum's feelings at this point after that kind of event.
Okay, that was a decent spawn though, but he ends up eating a rail right off the bat. He's going to RJ up into a bolt rather, not getting that red armor. It's going to be going back over to Ultra, who's not going to be slowed down at all. And when Ultra was saying in chat earlier that he needs to be playing Profanum at his own game, this might start to be that Ultra that we're seeing right now. The damage coming out of him is just absolutely fierce, but You can see that Profanum is kind of like happy with that. The blood is in his teeth. He's smiling about it though. If he wants to see this thing cranked up to 11, he can prove that he can maybe go to 12. And that's where I'm wondering if Ultra needs to start pumping the brakes on this match.
Yeah, right now Ultra has been able to play, as you said, the aggressive game, Profanum's old game, and oh my god, that Iron Cannon could have been deadly, but Ultra didn't stick around for it, so Profanum left alive once again.
Yeah, why is Profanum dropping packets?
Oh, right, packet loss. That's what I was saying.
Nah.
I have no idea what's happening. He's getting massive packet loss.
Pick your packets back up. Is there a timeout?
I don't think there is.
Newborn.
There's... yeah, I have no idea. Well, this was a shame.
Yeah.
Is there timeouts? I don't know. I think this player should know better than we do. I haven't been able to... yeah, they don't know either. Okay, so hopefully Profanum is gonna be able to fix his problems. Oops, that was the wrong button. Okay, the packet loss is gone from Profanum. I'm not sure if they're gonna continue here or what they're gonna do. Okay, Rem took note of the current situation when that thing started. That is good.
Yeah, we might do a restart here.
Yeah, that
Okay,
might be the
like,
best thing to do.
looks like his packets have calmed the fuck down. Can we change the time limit easily?
Well, it is possible, especially if we have Newborn available. He can do a lot of magic. He can give the scores and he can change the times. Oh, Rem can also do it, so it's good. So they're just gonna have to remember the 6 frag advantage. And we're gonna have a slightly messy restart here in this first map with a new time limit. Oh, that's gonna be alright. Apparently we can blame Australian internet for this, which is a shame. I mean, it's nice to blame Australian internet when we're not in Australia, of course.
Works for me.
Yep.
It really is piss poor timing though, because this is such a critical match. And
yeah, and he was really
well.
just building momentum, which was the worst thing.
Yeah, yeah. Well, what I was kind of seeing there was that Ultra was building momentum, and that was actually kind of okay for Profanum because now they were both playing the same game.
Mm-hmm. Was very interesting, a very fast-paced game. Alright, so hopefully we're gonna get this going. We're gonna get the map restart. There we go. Stage AU, there are some maps with proper textures, or they have basically one texture set made, which is like industrial style. And some of the maps have already started using it. A few of them have taken it a bit different direction, so kind of using what kind of different stuff you're able to do with them. But yeah, we're gonna need some more. We're gonna need a material editor, hopefully. And okay, hopefully the time limit is set. We are starting with a restart. And yes, we do have 4 minutes 30 seconds left in the game. And we gotta remember, Ultra has a 6 frag advantage here, as we are getting back from our technical problems.
So this is a huge difference in momentum now. Profanum's already eaten a little bit of damage, so he's gonna need to walk it out a little bit here. He's not able to get the pickup for Mega just yet, and he's just kind of scrounging around looking for that red armor to come back up. He is 2 seconds early, but he's
what is Ultra doing?
He railed him under the stairs. He got back out from under there, but I didn't know you could actually go under.
Yeah, there's barely enough space for it, and looks like both players are super low right now. And Profanum able to stack himself back up with that 50 bubble and that yellow armor, and right now he's looking good. He's aggressive, he wants blood. It's gonna be the red armor next, and Profanum is gonna be very cautious, getting himself on the item, expecting a bolt, but instead Ultra was setting up for the Mega, so he's gonna have that, and 5 health left on Profanum. Gonna need some health bubbles before he take any fights. Just barely out of that LG range, able to go for those bolt shots.
And a bit of a missed opportunity there on the yellow armor. Profanum's gonna be dropped down to the jump pad, but there's nothing for him to recover on there. But man, he's able to take away how is it he was able to take away 2 bolts there? And he's got a decent spawn. So if Ultra's low on health at all, and he is a bit.
Yeah, he's got plenty of armor, so he just needs a single 25, maybe go for the 50 as well. He's gonna look very strong, but actually he's gonna get the mega health, so all is good for him. On the other hand, Profanum getting that yellow armor.
And the 50.
Yeah, he's also looking good. He should be able to make a challenge here on the red, landing a single bolt, which is better than nothing. Landing 2 bolts now. 1 more would mean a frag, and Ultra is just trapped here. He is killing the timer. He knows his opponent needs to make the move, so he's just gonna stick around here. And finally, we can see Profanum walking in, getting the frag he deserves. And both major items spawning at the exact same time, so now it's a different spot, difficult spot for Profanum. What is he gonna be able to take? Probably both of them.
5 points down with 2 minutes and 20 seconds left on the clock, but man, he was just able to take the entire map, and now he's gonna be able to find Ultra here at the yellow armor. It's gonna be a fight over it, and he's gonna be nailing him right up against the wall, splattering him against it, and oh man, he comes back in for maybe the go round with the push, but no, yellow armor's not up. It's not there for him to take, and Profanum at 1 HP. Can he get this? What the fuck?
Oh, there was a shotgun close range, of course. That explains everything. And yeah, that was very risky attack from Ultra, but he made it work.
So things are going better for Profanum right now, but that last fight was really awkward, and now it's going to be taking Profanum a little bit of time to get back into this.
Or not. Landing the 1 direct nade and then going for the frag. Things are looking not so bad. He's getting in position for this red, able to get it completely for free. Just not able to quite connect with the damage on Ultra, who's able to do that cheap damage with the ion cannon. The cheap damage might become a frag here. Instead, it's gonna be Profanum getting it, and he's gonna need some armor. Next item is gonna be the yellow armor, and not sure if it's smart for Profanum to go for it. Instead, he gets 2 of those greens and then gets his ass over on the red, able to steal it just before Ultra jump on the item and lands that dire perfect finish. So if we take into account that frag difference before the small restart, Profanum is 2 frags behind, as there's 50 seconds left in the timer. He's gonna need this frag, and you can see Ultra is playing defensive. He's just using that ion cannon as a defensive weapon, making sure he's stopping his opponent on his track whenever they try pushing them.
And it's all about momentum right now. Profanum just needs to track down Ultra, force his next fight, and then, well, he's going to be looking for that spawn, but he can cross the map so quickly now. He can determine exactly where Ultra is able to spawn, and now that he's up there in the red armor room, he has the potential to trap him out there
20 seconds.
Force his fight. But
he needs
it
now.
He's walking on them.
Oh my god!
He can jump up there either. He has to take the health. He takes the armor. Can he track down Ultra? Ultra's already gone. 10 seconds, and he needs to track him down.
He finds him. 5 seconds left. He really needs the frag in order to... Well, it should be an overtime. I'm not sure if the rolls will do it. Doesn't matter. We're not gonna get it, as it's gonna go for Ultra first map.
1 frag.
Yeah, 1 frag difference after calculating the difference. I don't know what would have happened if it would have been a tied game, because it wouldn't go on an overtime. Well, man, what a first map here. So yeah, that was the first map out of the best of 5, and we are gonna have something cool. Hopefully we're not gonna have the packet loss again.
Yeah, I think it just goes to show that Ultra doesn't need to feel like he needs to play the same game that Profanum is. I mean,
he needs to play the same game in order to get a proper frag advantage like he did in the beginning of the game, which kind of threw Profanum off guard, but once Profanum got used to it, then you could see that Ultra kind of shifted the gears a bit lower and just play the defense again, using that ion cannon very heavily, which was very interesting to see. Usually it's more of an offensive weapon and use rockets and bolts as your defensive weapon, but he was just using that to slow down his opponents when they were trying to push from behind corners and so on, just pushing them back.
Now on this map, I have no idea how this is going to play out.
This is gonna get interesting.
Loss. Yeah.
Yeah. We saw a little bit of it with was it Weingam and Kaiden? I can't remember. I think it was those. But these two players, it's gotta be even more interesting. Alright. Yeah, Ultra confirmed it was Weingam Kaiden.
Man, I love the use of this orange.
Orange, you mean like the rock texture?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I just hope there was kind of a smoother shading for it. But I guess those hard angles are still pretty cool. Yeah, even on the organic stuff.
Coughing attack, whiskey down the wrong hole. Playing with... Alright, he's gambling a bit there.
Oh boy. But yeah, this is gonna get interesting. DP6, not sure what the official name for this map is, but we are gonna get started here. Second map in this grand final of this cup. We're once again on Profanum's point of view, and he's gonna get his way around to the red armor quite quickly. And I heard that mega pickup as well. Trying to find some angles from above. Can't really see his opponent. Finally finding him. Misses the first rocket. Second one is good, but there's a return one from Ultra that is equally as good.
Those ambushes never really go the way that you need them to, even when you've got the complete drop on your opponent. But right now, Ultra making his way back across there. Almost makes it through the hole to get to the red armor, but instead falls into the lava a little bit, expecting Profanum to be back up top using that trick jump, leaving Ultra with not a whole lot to grab at this point. Yeah, he's in a bit of a shit spot, but he's going to be running away with that 27 health. Coming back into the rocket launcher room, which is usually a pretty dangerous place to be. But he's just waiting out this next mega and
apparently we have a wrong time limit on the server.
Oh shit.
Whoops. Well, there's no frag happened yet. So...
Jesus.
Well, this is kind of professional.
That's the exact sound that Profanum made when he choked on his whiskey.
Oh my god, I can't take this seriously anymore. This is certainly interesting. It's supposed to be 10-minute matches. They just forgot to set the timer back up after that one reset that happened because of technical troubles. Oh boy.
I would think that it should be a server config string that it kind of resets to the defaults between matches.
Yeah, I guess.
And then changes there.
But it's like a server-wide. See where they should be like.
Because we're not going to remember things. Come on, people don't remember
exactly,
things.
But you know, some people might want to play with their custom settings for the whole evenings. But you know. I mean, you'd get some quick tournaments with 5-minute matches.
Yeah. That's a stretch.
Yeah, or maybe you should just play a full 10-minute game with timescale too.
Yes, definitely that. Definitely that. But
we were getting
live again.
Properly
so we got a little
this
bit
time.
Of a preview of how these guys are approaching this map.
Yeah, and this time same kind of start. Ultra going for Mega and Profanum getting the red armor. This time we're on Ultra's point of view actually. And look at that very rocket-heavy chase up the jump pad. And it's gonna be Profanum getting the first frag even quicker than in the previous one.
Ultra's taking his time here, walking
those
into
nades.
a whole carpet of grenades, though. Yeah. And taking the top of the map once again. We got 8 seconds left to Mega Healthy. He's going to be dropping down for that YA and 25, though. Hopefully he can get back up before... Well, it looks like actually Profanum's going to be taking control of that. It's not as if Ultra has all the weapons that he needs to really lay down a solid defense either. With only 5 health left over, he's now on the run. Can't even make it through the teleporter before getting taken down by Profanum's shotgun, making this a very early 2-on-0. This is not the sort of map that I would expect to play well into Profanum's sort of playstyle, but so far so good for him.
I mean, the thing is, you can really build up momentum and use those movement tricks to kind of surprise your opponent in a lot of situations. So if Ultra is not able to predict where Profanum is coming from, I think that's going to suit Profanum's playstyle a lot better. But yeah, on the other hand, you're also right, because Ultra is going to have a much more room to plus back with.
And it looks like he's going to be playing that role of the troll under the bridge right now, and they're both going to be sneaking around the corner at each other. A little bit of surprise, but 3 seconds left to Mega. Somebody's going to need to come out of hiding, and right now it's Ultra. No real response from Profanum either. He's down below, he's been spotted. This is good because Ultra can potentially push Profanum off of the red armor there. No real damage ahead of time, but he's able to push in and get the grab at least and maintain this advantage. But dropping all the way down to the bottom of the rocket launcher room, very dangerous, and you can see Ultra's stack immediately going away, and being caught on a flatland fight here in the bottom is just the worst thing possible.
You know what happened just right now? Profanum turned into an anti-air gun or something, just landing those mid-air rails beautifully.
Yeah.
And he really wants to get this frag on this red armor, but instead, it's going to be Ultra doing a very good job with that angle and his rocket, and he should be able to get both of these major items. Doesn't mind taking a single plasma ball for that mega health. I think that's a very good trade. But oh my god, that's not good. That's not good. That was amazing from Profanum.
Plasma transfer complete. Jeez. Basically dropping down for YA. Going into the hiding a little bit. Again, this map does somewhat punish players that want to play below a lot more, just because it's the flat part of the map. It's the spot where there are so few opportunities to dodge and get away from those fights. But man, that rail out of Ultra was just nasty.
Yeah, it is looking quite beautiful so far.
I'll tie it back up 2-2 as Ultra takes away that mega. Decent plasma once again out of Profanum.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's up with Profanum's plasma on this map. He's been able to use it quite effectively in many situations. Okay, there we go, bolt for a bolt. And there we go with a plasma push and a bolt finish. Works out perfect for him.
Ready with the axe, but it's not going to happen. That'll put Profanum up 4-2.
This is looking good for Profanum so far. Let's see if we can keep this up for the rest of the game.
He's been able to catch Ultra flat-footed so often, and again, I mean, Ultra is so eager to go down to this bottom level, which is, you know, you're technically hiding, but once you're caught, your options for getting away from the fight are very few.
Yeah, it is definitely not easy. Some of the movement on this map requires a lot of double jumps and so on, which of course are gonna be a lot harder to pull off when your opponent is firing plasma at you. And look at this pin by Ultra. That's almost like watching Strengths play Quake Live or something with that kind of stuff. Beautiful iron cannon use there by Ultra. Truly deserved that frag.
Not quite able to defend that red armor, however, so it's not like Ultra has a whole lot to work with coming into this next fight. So he's just going to be trying to avoid at this point, but he's got good timing on the red armor, which feels silly to say now, but, you know.
Yeah.
He decided to
complimenting the timing is, I mean, he remembers to look at the timer.
We're still seeing players, you know, with full knowledge of the item timing still show up on the item like 2-3 seconds ahead of time, but that was a good, you know, moment of timing from Ultra. So, there, I'm not wrong. But Ultra's still down by 1 frag, but that might change here as we see things rinse and repeat there. Ultra, though, this time able to take away that red armor, moving back up towards Mega.
Whoa, look at that push. Beautiful.
Profanum is there. Yeah.
Like that flying in the air with air control and keeping your crosshair on target while still going where you want to go was just beautiful. Okay, that axe hit for Profanum was excellent. Able to bring down Ultra stack quite a bit. Just a single shot could get the frag for Profanum.
Well, that Mega's up, and Ultra's going to be able to pull it away at least, keeping himself alive, if not stacked up. Nice fadeaway rail, though. It'll give Ultra a little bit more breathing room. There we go. Top of the map, and Profanum wasn't really ready for the exit from the teleporter. It's not like Ultra has a huge stack to work with right now anyway. 8 seconds left to red armor, and Ultra this time is way, way early on it. He really wants to solidify this grab, but this is a piss-poor position to be doing it from. He's able to get it, though. Profanum not showing up to that fight, oddly enough.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's up with that. Maybe I was overestimating Ultra stack or something, because Ultra was weak there.
And Ultra's been able to pick away these megas mostly for free a lot of the time. It looks like a lot of Ultra's defense kind of goes downhill once he drops down for that YA in 25. Getting back into a good position after that can be a little bit tough.
Oh, look at that beautiful air control there by Ultra, knowing exactly where to go. That's really showing the map knowledge here. Trying to look for those angles, hearing Profanum above him, and he's left low. He's got plenty of armor, he just wants some health, so he can safely pick some fights. And he's really playing the sound heavy game in order to not get caught by his opponent.
Yeah, as often as, oh, nice rail. As often as Ultra is going through these teleporters, Profanum really needs to be on point with knowing where to respond to after hearing that. Ooh, don't want to get stuck on that. He's going to get knocked down to 37 health. He's able to take away that 50 though.
Yeah, that was very helpful for him. And there we go. Fight on the red armor, and that rocket from Ultra midair pushing Profanum off.
Beautiful
and
shots.
conversion. Shit. What the hell is happening here? Ultra is really cranking it up to 13 by this point. That was a close call there. Not running the rocket, that's a good thing. Denying the 50 armors, yellow armors, rather. Not 50 in this game.
Yeah, it's interesting that as many items as Ultra is pulling away here, Profanum just isn't showing up to a lot of these fights, which is not really what we usually expect out of somebody like Profanum. Nice.
I really actually like the bottom game here that Ultra is doing, and sometimes you see Profanum do this as well. Like, they play the heat scans from below. They're kind of hidden. It's very hard to spot the opponent from top. If they're close to the walls, they really gotta do a massive peek to see everything. And whenever the players on top level jump across, they're gonna get punished hard. They're gonna get a lot of damage that they can't really return to. So,
well, I didn't know there was such a thing as a power bottom, but apparently that's exactly what
yeah,
Ultra is.
it is very interesting because of the way how the top is split into islands. Very interesting map, gotta say.
Damn, Profanum is just not appearing at these items at all. He's not engaging.
He doesn't know what to do at this point, it feels like. But he gotta make some frags happen and fast. He's just less Ultra got on 200-200, and Ultra's gonna go aggressive. He really needs this frag. This is Profanum's chance of getting back in the game. Gotta land those rockets, but instead it's gotta be Ultra getting the frag. 4 frag difference, a bit over 1 minute left in the game, and he's just cycling the major items.
And Ultra's been given so much room to breathe and figure things out. I mean, that's just a death tone for Profanum right now. I mean, Profanum's strength is putting that pressure on, and it just hasn't been happening. But there we have it, final minute, and 8-4. It looks like Ultra will be 2 up on nil in our grand final. It's going to be a best of 5, of course, so we have another chance for Profanum to make something happen.
Yeah.
And this is probably the most extremely, you know, large and spread out map, which is probably least favored to Profanum in terms of gameplay style.
Yeah, it looks like Ultra figured a good way to play against Profanum here. Profanum had a very good start, and it looked like it might have been good for him. But, yeah. Gonna be exciting to see what the next map is, and of course gotta be match point for Ultra at this point. There we go. GGs have been called, and yeah, this is totally different level of play on this map when compared to the Wine Gamma versus Kaiden we saw earlier. And wait, we're getting a T7, and Profanum is not happy about it. Apparently, it is not one of his strongest maps. Not quite sure why the best of 5 grand final is not loser picks, since we're gonna play all the maps anyway. But I guess it's to have the advantage for the winners bracket.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm not sure if that works like that. Usually it's the loser picks.
Alright, here's my last opportunity to just like verbally jizz about this map. Just so pretty.
Every time.
And again, it's the way that the light map is interacting with everything. This is some of the best light map stuff I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, very good job with bouncing the simulated photons. Anyway,
Bounce,
we are
baby.
getting started here on this match point here in the grand final of this cup. And let's start from Profanum's point of view. His last chance of getting in the game, he's going to go straight away for that red armor after picking the bolt rifle.
And he's going to be slowly getting that grab for rocket launcher, giving him enough room here to stay at arm's length from Ultra. But don't hurt yourself.
Well, he might be a bit depressed. Might be doing some self-damage with that rocket launcher. And he's preparing for this trap here on this red.
Nice.
Great positioning. Is he able to make sure that his opponent can't get the item? No, it's gonna be Ultra who got that red armor.
Oh.
And it's gonna be Profanum with a suicide on the item as well.
That was such a good ambush, too. If he had one more rocket before the RA pickup, that would have been it.
Yeah, it was almost. It was a good ambush in theory. Just
But look at this, for
execute.
almost no reason, Profanum was just utterly still. I mean, sometimes, sure, you entirely justify just standing still for a second, waiting for an item to come up before moving into an area, but I don't think that was one of those times. There we got Ultra moving out of the teleporter. Again, excellent rockets out of there, but man, Ultra's LG is just whittling Profanum down.
Whoa, Ultra getting stuck in that lava. And finally, Profanum getting himself out of the negatives with that return frag, getting that red armor. Now things might be looking a bit brighter for him as he is trying to going for some damage. Both players having one yellow.
It's an interesting time to be picking this fight, and Ultra's actually trying to get away right now, back on top of the stairs around the corner. Profanum isn't quite able to chase, but he's able to take away the mega health at the very least. Ultra is ready down there with the bolt, but this allows Profanum to also move forward fairly graciously into the red armor pickup, which he gets away with for free. So this is a big stack advantage for him to have, but the stack is only one half of it. Can he actually close the distance and force a fight against Ultra?
It's gotta be up soon, and Profanum already has a pretty nice position, but looks like he might want to play it a bit more passive. Goes for those bolt angles. So far, okay, he landed 2 shots and took 2 shots from himself. I think that last pick might have been a bit of a mistake. He already landed 2 for 1, and he should have been happy with that. Going for those extra picks is always a bit risky if you're out of control. And
jeez.
Wow, Ultra just did a good job with
LG is
LG.
just unshakable. I mean, given all the rocket pops and all the bolts that are just throwing him around, his LG is just on point.
And yet again, Ultra extending the lead. 3-0 now.
So Profanum is again kind of shifting down his gear a bit, going into silent mode one more time. There's a bit where, you know, he was able to get a double pick of both Mega and Red, and he was able to let loose a little bit, but now that that's been shut down, he's looking a little bit more concerned. And that's going to be
gonna go down
eventually
once again.
another free frag for Ultra. The slower that Profanum plays this thing out, the less opportunities he's going to be making for himself. And that's not true for every player, but I think in Profanum's case, on this map at least, that's definitely the case.
You can see Ultra is just playing quite passive on the top levels, listening for sounds for most of the time. And whenever he finds a good situation to go for the drop, he goes for the chase, and he's not gonna stop before he's got a frag. But this time, he didn't get that frag. Profanum able to defend himself with some amazing aim with that ion cannon. But let's see if he's gonna be able to benefit from it.
Yeah, Profanum's really got to work after that one frag to turn it into any sort of inertia. And Ultra's not making that an easy task for him either. Again, his LG comes out and entirely whittles down both Profanum's stack and his hopes. He's able to get the jump over for
nice
Mega.
Jump.
Beautiful. And they're going to be trading shots at this point, but it's going to be more about who can convert from one of these yellows over to the red. And it looks like Ultra is going to have a better angle on it, at least, unless Profanum is willing to drop. But no, Ultra actually meets him halfway and opens the fight for him. They're both going to be going in for it, but oh my god,
just
Profanum actually
in
getting
time.
that frag just before the red armor.
Should be
the
another
door
one.
for Profanum on the map. This is a huge change. Being able to get that, both the frag and the red armor, giving him plenty of stack momentum after such a point. You can see Profanum starting to open things up a little bit in terms of movement.
You can see Profanum is already ready, waiting for the Mega. Instead, he's gonna try and find his opponent. Good damage there with the last rocket. He took a lot of punishment for it. Not able to get on himself on the mega health, and he is left low. Just a single bolt will be a frag for Ultra once again, so he's got to be careful. And he's going to go
traded,
down.
But he still got it, yeah. And now you can see, I mean, the wind has just been let out of his sails at this point. He's got to, I mean, he's doing the right thing. He's, you know, giving himself enough time to kind of think about where he needs to be and how he's going to approach the next fight. But the way I've been watching Profanum play, to me, it just seems kind of like a deadly thing to see him have to go into this mode.
Yeah, he's clearly having a hard time figuring out what to do whenever he gets those good items and gets some stack going. And Ultra is just doing the correct moves on the items, so Profanum doesn't seem to have a proper reply for it. Ultra just... he always has a perfect solution for what to do whenever it looks like his control is getting contested. And
we
right
just saw
now
the
he's
axe
just
come out.
converting.
Baiting out the shotgun close range fight. Oh, actually, he tries to sneak through the pillars, which is clever, I guess, but it wasn't going to work in a million years.
Yeah, definitely not. And here we have Ultra 8 fragged up. It kind of looks like Profanum is starting to feel a bit down after this, not able to keep up with the pace at all, getting a bit hopeless. But with those kind of rockets he was just doing there, he might be able to try and make something happen. Oh, rockets landing on the red armor. What is that? Damage from Ultra. Ridiculous.
Yeah, it must be kind of perplexing. It's like every time Profanum throws some damage against Ultra, he's just there responding either with a bolt or LG, and it's just immediately turned back against him. So this is now expanded to a 10 frag lead over the last 3 minutes. This might be it for Profanum.
Yeah, it looks very, very grim for him. So 3 minutes left in the game, and yeah, this is not Profanum's favorite maps. He was not happy with this map getting picked as the third one, and he does call the GG, and he's got nothing, as we could basically see here. I don't blame him. But yes, we've had some extreme GGs, as said in the game.
That was overall just some masterful pacing by Ultra. Things were looking pretty shaky in the last map, and I think that was more Profanum's fault than Ultra's. But here, I don't want to take anything from Profanum. He was doing a fairly excellent playstyle. Ultra was just playing him like a fiddle.
Yeah.
To use an Americanism, I guess.
Yeah, that works. That works.